I want you to also consider remaining nearby during practice time, except if your child is a teen, as I'll discuss in a moment. So here are some do's. Urge your child to make a minimum 1-year commitment to her lessons. Non-negotiable. You're the adult, and it is your decision that your child stick with this for a year so that they can get good enough to see how enjoyable this would be. They're not going to know that when they're playing Twinkle Twinkle. You say, honey, it's going to be a year. End of argument. I'd like you to ask them about lessons. If they take lessons, ask about each one. Don't pry. Just ask some questions. How did it go? What did you learn today? And also offer compliments and encouragement often. Kids need to know that this is worth it. Here are some don'ts. Don't insist that your child perform for others if she clearly doesn't want to. Don't criticize less than perfect playing. This is hard, and it takes a long time, and it will not be perfect for a long time, if ever. Also, don't expect unrealistically rapid progress. Right? Again, it's hard, and it takes a long time. If your child loses interest, don't panic. Ask them why he or she thinks their interest is waning. If they take lessons, ask their teacher or band director what might be done to rekindle her enthusiasm. You know, learning to play a musical instrument is not easy, but rewarding feelings of accomplishment are not won through the completion of easy endeavors. So if you're willing to help your child through the difficulties inherent in music study, the rewards are going to be many. So here's the first point. Your child needs your help. Before we begin, let me reassure you beyond any doubt that you are not alone. Okay, the struggle to get kids to practice is as old as time immortal. In fact, it's the rare family with children taking music lessons that don't go through that challenge. See, children don't have the capacity to be self-motivated to practice until they're both mature enough and accomplished enough for the music to take over. There are rare exceptions to that, but this is the way it is. See, children lack the patience and commitment to work through the difficult beginning stages of learning to play an instrument. It takes an adult with an adult's ability to see down the road and to help them continue. So it's only after they reach a certain level of mastery that they're really going to begin to acquire self-motivation. In other words, they're not going to want to practice until they're older and until they get good. That's when it gets fun. But the catch-22 is this. To reap maximum benefit, music study should be started at a young age, when the motivation must come from outside sources. And that means you. In other words, even if they enjoy playing music, they're still going to lack the patience to actually practice the songs. I mean, to refine it, repeat things, review, slow down, correct mistakes, try again. That's real practicing. If, however, your child is a teenager, do not sit in. At this stage in their development, your presence will be extremely counterproductive. Teens prefer to keep their music private. Your suggestions are going to be ignored and defied almost all the time. At the very least, they'll feel uncomfortable, even if they say they're not, and very little will be accomplished. So the bottom line here is that until your child reaches adolescence, or at least has a few years' experience, stay with her while she practices. Don't leave her to struggle alone. She needs your support, encouragement, focus, and long-range perception. Most children will not stick with music without a parent's help. Here's point number 2. Why should you go to all this trouble? Why should a child be encouraged to learn and practice a musical instrument? I mean, with all the other activities competing for her attention, is it really worth the trouble of getting her to practice? And in one word, absolutely. Here's a few reasons why.